Guys, the Chicken is here bringing you another Boomage video. In today's video, guys, we're going to be talking about Season 6 of Warships. First, we have an upgrade to do, so let's get after that. Let's just do Barrage, it's the most expensive. And we'll collect a little bit of gold there and there. Okay, so Season 6 of Warships, guys. Now, we have made a little bit of progress. I did get to rank 19. You know, it's not anything to run home about, but you know, I was looking at the tech tree today, and I was like, okay, cool. We got a bunch of upgrade tokens. And I was like, what am I going to spend them on? And I'm looking. I'm like, nothing helps me. Like at this point in the season, we're getting as bad as when we talk about this. Like, Season 6, in my opinion, has been... and I always try to be positive, right? I always try to be positive. Overall, I'm still enjoying Season 6 of Warships rather than there being nothing. But it's been the worst season by far. Like, no question about it. Aside from the bugs, which are, pretty silly that they keep going on like this. And, it's one thing to have bugs, and there's, it's essentially been radio silence from Supercell about that as well. Which definitely does not help things. So the bugs aside, like, the meta is just so unbelievably stale. Like, max out the heavy choppers, flare them to engine rooms. I thought these guys were touching, so that's why I did that, but that was a mistake. Max out the heavy choppers, flare them to engine rooms, and then that's essentially it. Defenses don't really matter. Other upgrades don't hugely matter. This guy's base was actually interesting because it screwed us over quite nicely. Yeah, I was not expecting that, but yeah, like, I don't know, man. It's just been it's like it takes the strategy out of the game. It takes it takes what Warships is about. It's just just that new, like, there's no competitiveness, it seems like, just because everybody's not getting their chests, or they're that's the biggest thing, I guess. It's just that people aren't getting their chests, or some people get them, some people don't, and it's just kind of, I don't know, it just left a bad taste in most people's mouths for this season. So yeah, and like, aside from that, like, the whole tech tree is like we were saying, the defenses don't matter. Like, as long as you upgrade like 4 or 5 things, you're basically good. And unlock defenses. It does slow them down a little bit, but as long as you have your heavy choppers, your flares, as long as you max out artillery and barrage, which seems to be a common theme the last couple seasons. Now, I know they did move barrage further down in the tech tree, and artillery a little bit as well, to try to counteract this, but the best comment I've seen on that, I know I initially said, just take them right out of the tech tree. Just take barrage and artillery right out of Warships. Doesn't need to be there. A couple comments I saw, I think it was Jack. Shout out to Jack, by the way, the green statue guy. Leave them in, but just have them do less damage to engine rooms. Pretty simple, like, easy, should be, easy fix right there. Because that's obviously the only problem with them, is that you just, if you max them out early, then you're fighting one less engine room than the other guy, just because you're throwing all you're able to throw all your gunboat energy just at one of the engine rooms, and then don't have to worry about the rest, as we do that on Q, rather, right there. And we'll go up to the top there, and then we'll come back down over this way. I mean, it's not like it's broken and you can't play it, but it's just, I don't know, it just kind of sucks some of the fun out of it, in my opinion. So, and all the comments that I get, every single video, it's like, this sucks, the chests are broken, why aren't they saying anything, why aren't they fixing it? And for all I know, the fix could come out tomorrow. I know, like, I've heard as much as you guys have. The good thing is that they did post about it, Supercell, they did post about it and say that they're aware of it and they are working on it, and I'm sure that they are. It's just, I don't know, it would be nice to have, like, a date, or, I just don't want the whole season to go by and it's like, okay, it's fixed for next season. It's like, that kind of sucks. But, For me personally, it hasn't been that bad because I've got very low victory points. So we'll see right here on this island. Wasn't attacked haven't been attacked in 2 days. My chest of axe has been somewhat normal. But yeah, it's a bit of a mess. It's a bit of a slog. That's not to say that every upgrade is pointless and you shouldn't do them. Like shock mines. Mines are helpful. You know, bombardiers have their place against certain bases with heavy choppers. It's actually quite interesting. I got beat by somebody doing that today. Maybe we'll show that in another video. But yeah, for now, it's just... yeah, I just wanted to talk about it just because, you know, it's kind of what everyone's been talking about. So let me know what you guys think. Very, very interested to read the comments on this one. If you're with Chicken, do you think it's, you know, Season 6 is a wash and they should just reset it because, you know, it wasn't a fair chance for everybody? Or are you on the other page where it's like, hey, it's not really that big of a deal. It's not really that big of a deal, and people will, you know, people will get, you know, missed chests here and there, on somewhat sort of the same pace. So it's not like the end of the world. But I don't know, man. It's interesting. This attack is going pretty well. So now what I could do is go battle orders and shock, but I think instead we're just gonna let the chopper sit there and then flare to the next one and use a bunch of artilleries. So I could probably use 3 artillery versus 1 barrage and an artillery. So let's try this. 1, 2, 3. I think that was the right choice. Damn. We still might have lost that one, guys. But yeah, I guess that's all I gotta say on that. It just kind of sucks that it kind of sucks when things out of your control, you know, affect the whole season. It seems like. But the, you know, bugs aside, like it's just kind of. I'm kind of sick of the heavy choppers, to be honest. Like, it's just every attack just revolves around them. It's like you don't even like think of using other troops unless it's like a very like specific scenario, kind of. Yeah, because if I do that, then he's just gonna go for those 4. I was thinking about moving this engine room around, but I don't know. I don't think that's going to benefit us too much. So let's not do that. Find another opponent here, guys. But yeah, I don't know. Alright, so let's see what we got here. Same thing. Choppers down this way. Flare them right about here. Get started on barrage on this one. And there we go. 1, 2. We need 1 more artillery. We can wait for that one. We don't have to put it down right now. We're gonna go way up here. Come on, heavies, get down there. Three and 2. There's 1 shock launcher there. I'm actually gonna use battle orders now. Oh man, she went down. Okay, now let's go 1, 2. Is that gonna be enough? Probably not, eh? Almost. 1 of the extra GBE from the mortar in the cannon. I think we would have got another artillery out of it, but didn't seem to matter. The other guy seems to be struggling on our base a little bit, so. Oh, maybe we spoke too soon. Let's see. What did we finish with there? 3 minutes and 2 seconds? Ooh, it's gonna be close. Very, very close. Yeah, that barrage at the very end too. Now here's an attack I've been seeing a lot. It's interesting. It's a lot of. I think it just happens on my base, just because my base is kind of weird. But let's actually watch his attack here. First one of the day. I've been playing all day with my time zones reset. So he's got heavy choppers. He's got Zookas. Wow, that's interesting. Now, the problem with doing it like this is you can't use any flare. So it might seem like a great idea at first, but then it's like, you know, if you don't get like one of the engine rooms down a certain amount of time, then you're kind of screwed by the time you get to the end. Because you've got half your army here, half your army here, and they're, you know, they're taking out defenses, and you can't flare them because then you're going to flare them twice. So, I don't know. It's not, I guess it works sometimes, but it's definitely not the greatest. It's definitely not as good as the tried and trusted all heavy choppers, as fun as that is to use. Okay, so let's just return here. And I think that is going to wrap up the video today, guys. Make sure to let me know down below in the comments your thoughts, feelings, concerns on Season 6 of Warships. It's only here for another week, so, you know, honestly, at this point, I don't see them coming out with a big update to fix it. It's probably just going to be is what it is for this season, and then hopefully Season 7, all these bugs get ironed out. But yeah, wanted to touch on that just because I know it's been a little bit controversial, I guess. A lot of people can talk about it anyway. So there's the chicken's 2 cents. Guys, as always, thank you so much for watching. That is going to wrap up the video today. Make sure to leave a like if you found it interesting, entertaining, or informative. And we'll see you next one. Guys, chicken out. Bear back.